Who is Renato Veiga? Well, by the end of this video, you should know exactly who that is. Alright, let's get into the player profile. Renato Veiga is 20 years old, standing at 6'3", so very tall, right? And his position is interesting, right? He's a very versatile player, playing centre back, left back, and midfield, CDM. And obviously a bit of information on the player himself. Born and raised in Portugal, played in Sporting's academy for 6 years, I believe. And obviously spent a single season in Bundesliga playing with Augsburg. So that's the best team he's played with so far in his career. But currently he's playing with Barcelona FC, replacing a very, very known player named Calafiori. Now, for those of you that don't know, Calafiori is a huge talent in Europe. Italian player. He's starting for Italy in the Euros as a centre-back. Huge player with huge potential, right? And Veiga has been brought in right after Calafiori left as his replacement at left-back. So keep that in mind. So you know what? I had a brilliant idea, right? I went ahead and compared Veiga and Calafiori's season at Basel, just to give us a little comparison of these two players and how good Veiga could be, perhaps. Obviously, compared to Calafiori, who's been there in the same team, in the same position. Now, as you can see on your screen, Veiga and Calafiori both played a full season with very similar minutes. And as you can see with the average ratings throughout the season, Veiga's at 6.99 compared to Calafiori's 6.94. Now, these ratings are purely based on statistics and performances. So, there's no bias in this, and as you can see, Veiga has outperformed Calafiori at the same age, at the same club. Now, Veiga, for the most part, is an absolute random. Nobody knew who he was, let's be honest. But if you look at the statistics, I mean, something's saying that Veiga could be the next Calafiori, and you know what? If that is true, then it's a fantastic signing. But look, maybe you're not satisfied with that and you want more evidence. Well, let's look at the statistics more closely. Now on your screen you should be seeing the comparisons between Veiga and Calafiori. Obviously I went through the most important stats you want from a left backish player, right? So passes per game, as you can see, Veiga outperforms Calafiori. So Veiga's more of a midfielder, I guess you could say. Obviously he plays CDM as one of his positions, so he's more of a passer. Obviously duels one, as you can see, Calafiori slightly obviously beats Veiga. So Calafiori, as you can tell, tackles per game as well. He's more of a defender. His ability as a defender is better than Veiga. But obviously Veiga is more attacking, as I guess you could say. He's more of a passer, right? They're different types of players, but they both played left back at Barcelona. So again, interceptions per game, you can see Calafiori's just better. Dribbled pass per game, obviously how much players dribble past you per game. Again, Calafiori barely got dribbled past compared to Veiga. Key passes relatively the same. Possession lost, Veiga loses it more. Obviously makes sense, he passes it more, you know what I'm saying? So even though the overall statistics and performances rate Veiga slightly more, Calafiori is 100% a better defender. And you know what, that makes sense. Even though Calafiori's great with his feet, he's a great ball-playing centre-back. You can clearly see, compared to Veiga, he's better at defending. But obviously, Veiga's a better passer. So, we're kind of understanding the schemes and roles of these two players and how they're both similar and different. But look, let's talk a bit more about Veiga, right? He plays in the Portuguese under-20s, I believe. So, obviously, he's rated by his country to be a talent in the future. Again, 20 years old, don't forget this, and 6'3", whilst being a left back or CDM or whatever the hell he's going to play for Chelsea, most likely an inverted left back, obviously going into the midfield. Look, just like 99% of Chelsea fans, when I first heard his name, I was like, who is this guy? Where does he play? And what does he do? But after doing the research and after you all have seen the information I provided, what do you guys think? Personally, I think Veiga has good potential, honestly. Obviously, again, for me, comparing him to Calafiori done it for me. I think even being that close to Calafiori is insane. But what? having a better performance at the same age, at the same club, in the same position, that for me provided me with enough evidence to trust him and, believe that essentially he can become a great left back for Chelsea, or at least we can get some profit off of him, you know what I mean? So again, I'll say it one more time to conclude the video. I think Veiga will be a very successful player. I think he's got potential in him, talent in him. He's not had a huge season ever. Obviously, Calafiori had, but Calafiori's a year older. He's had that extra year. Veiga, give him 1 year. Let's see if he can be what Calafiori is now, because they are only 1 year apart. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you learned anything new about Renato Veiga, like and subscribe. And if there's any other player you want me to get into, even if they're not Chelsea players, let me know in the comments. Thank you and goodbye.